What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys hopping on. Get started here. A couple more minutes. Yep. Back after 4th of July, guys. I'm excited to get back to it. Hopefully, we get some nice price action this week. We'll see how the markets align here for us. We shall see. Just posting these links on Discord, guys. Just give me a second. All right, guys. Guys, see everyone is tuning in tonight. Just wanted to get this posted. Professor Tone, what's going on? All right, yeah, we can go ahead and get started, guys. Haven't been really taking too many trades. It's been pretty slow these last couple weeks. Just a lot of back and forth here in the market. Raphael, what's up? What's going on, Lana? All right, cool. So, checking out gold right now, guys. So, we start here on the higher time frame. Start on the daily. right here based off the daily time frame right now. We can see we actually closed today's candle with a pretty strong order consumption wick to the bottom side. So definitely potentially expecting more buyers to step in here. Based off that rejection, we're still playing within this buy side imbalance here to the left that was created on the daily. But now we can actually see we're starting to form that bullish quasi. So we got that left head, right shoulder potentially forming. Nice buy side imbalance printed, price retested. We've been kind of ranging at this level past few days or from last week, so Thursday. And then, of course, we sat here Friday, pretty much stayed within that previous bearish candles range. So when we opened up the market here today and seen a strong bearish candle form, I was thinking that we may see more continuation, but we actually just popped right back to the upside. So we'll go just still showing that bullish momentum here a little bit. I want to just see how gold is going to hold because here on the H8, we have also inverted this sell side imbalance here to the left. So actually just get rid of that. We actually inverted that to the left. We may be forming a buy side imbalance. Now we haven't actually taken out a short-term high, so we haven't got that full confirmation of this switch just yet. But again, we got that daily already showing us that bullish quasi. We got the H8, the day time frame, of course, being bullish right now currently. We just want to get that confirmation of that H8 shifting right back. If we look at the 3 hour time frame, we can see we already have that shift based off buy side imbalance, run of a high here. So what I'm watching for tonight, really just to see more so confirmation. So we'll see if we end up taking a setup tonight. It's still early in the week, Monday. So, just playing it by ear. We already ran out that previous day's high, got a pretty strong reaction. We're trading back under that new day opening gap here. So as we can see, basically trading right back through it. So I want to see, do buyers step in and hold back above that previous day's high, or do we maintain underneath it now that we ran it as liquidity right at the open, and then just see further decline potentially back into this imbalance range here. So not really pressed to take anything tonight, guys. Just looking to see what we catch, how price action aligns for us, heading into the market this week. So we'll see what gold ends up doing here. Reno, what's up? Thanks for joining. CK, what's going on? What's up, Oscar? Nora, how you doing? Savannah's, what's up? Yeah, glad to have you guys here, man. Definitely gonna be an interesting summer. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. But last week was a lot of back and forth. This week, hopefully, we see a lot more clarity. Price action just aligned here for us. So really just paying attention to how we treat that new day opening gap now that we traded back through it here. Okay, so what's going on? Do what's up? Appreciate the follow. Yeah, we'll be on here trading Asia this week, guys. Monday through Thursday night. So I'm glad you guys were able to hop in here. 1 minute time frame. What's going on, Justin? 1 minute time frame. As you can see, we have sell side imbalance here to the left. Price just trading within it. Seeing order consumption at the first retest of it. Price just moving sideways here. MK4, what's going on? Gangi, what's on? Sammy, what's up? SMK Live. Yeah, I'm thinking we either see a transition and trade back above the new day opening gap, or we see price action kind of retest this new day opening gap and trade lower, something like this here, and we just transition right back to the downside. Definitely want to see how we interact at this new day opening gap. Based off of price action, just trading back through it, or more so maintaining it as supply. What's up, Ola? Haven't heard from you, bro. Hope your challenge is doing good. Eric, what's going on? Or Erica, how you doing? Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you guys liking the live too. Yeah, what other pairs are you guys trading tonight? I know Justin's tapped in on UJ. Yeah, so my analysis on gold today. So based off the higher time frame, what I'm looking at. So I usually look at like the H8 daily. Right now, daily to me is bullish, just based off of um, this left head, right shoulder bullish quasi that we formed. We ran out short-term high. We also formed a buy-side imbalance. Price retested it. We can see today we closed with a strong order consumption wick after testing into it. So I'm definitely thinking upside, unless we just start to see a crash here. H8 is like right in between, like at an inflection zone, I will call it, where we have potentially a shift. It just hasn't got the confirmation yet. So we already inverted this sell side imbalance to the left. We just haven't taken out a short term high just yet. So I would like to see a closure above this high above, well, on the gold chart to be 3,342. So we can call it 342 flat. On that gold futures chart, that's going to be at 3,352.6. So if I can get a closure above that, I'd definitely be liking the buy side more. And until then, I'm just kind of playing it by ear, seeing how price holds here. So if we look at the 3 hour, we did form a buy side imbalance. We ran out of high, inverted one to the left. So definitely bullish here. Based off of the open on this 1 hour, we opened up Asia session, ran out that previous day's high. And now we're seeing more of that sell side. So I'm watching to see how prices interacting back under this new day opening gap that we formed here in the market. Do we maintain it, see more sellers come in, especially because we ran out that previous day's high, or do we maintain it, trade back through it to see price come back above previous day's high for buy side? So I said all that to say I'm in the range. Still kind of deciding here. So once we can get a clear indication of what gold is doing, then I'll start to actively look for trades. William Jordan said was Jordan was good, brother. What's going on, William? Glad to have you on, bro. How's your trading been going, man? I know it's summertime, so I ain't expecting 100 payouts, but I hope everybody's trading is going well or going in a positive direction. Maybe some pullbacks for sure, but it's all a part of it. Yeah, I appreciate all the love. Thank you, Erica. William Black says summer days for sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's how it gets, guys. In the summertime, it's unfortunate. I know we'll probably run into a good season though, where summer is incredible. But every summer for me is always like give or take. If I'm making profit, it's just enough to cover the losses and maybe a little bit then some. Like especially July, August, September we get good. October is good. November is good. December has either been great or a break even too. But yeah, so definitely moving into the next phase or going into 2026, I'm definitely going to already have accounts set up and ready come that first part of the year, because how if my trading goes as well as 2025 in the first beginning of the year, you can definitely max out. So I'm already kind of just planning based off just trading the strategy this year, how to get things set up so that I can really take advantage of the first 6 months. And then once we get to like this time of year, I'm like I may take one trade a week if anything. I'm trying to be on vacation this time next year. Not even looking at the charts. Non Saucy said I caught the buy at 3,008. Nice. So you caught it way earlier. 3,000, 3,008. Okay, yep. So earlier this morning. Nice. Yeah, that was a good trade. Right off that bounce, right back into that. Let me see where we at. Yeah, right back into that daily imbalance. Yep. So we wick right past it. And it's been playing around that thing for a minute. Wick right past it. Started transition. Oh, yep. This was like right at 8:32. Yeah, nice shot. He said sadly closed at just 1/3 of the move. Damn. Hey, I mean that's how it is though. Like at least you caught something out of it, but it does, especially like in the summer months when the market isn't giving you much. You do want to try to take advantage of as much as you can, because them losses is coming with this back and forth market. But at least you caught something though. Amani, what's up? What's going on, Dion? But yeah, it's all good, man. That's what happens. At least you caught something today, though. Caught something nice. So gold still playing around that imbalance that we marked up here. We have ran out of short-term high. Technically, we have inverted this imbalance with this bullish closure here. So, we may start to see some follow through from this point. See how price action holds here. Deep, what's going on? What's up, Maddie? So say, hey man, I was thinking about doing the crypto COP trading, but four other traders said the same thing. I was thinking about doing the crypto COP trading, but four other traders said the same thing. I'm not sure what you mean. I never tried crypto COP trading, so I'm not exactly sure. Oh, crypto copy trading, but four other traders said the same thing. Oh, are you saying like copy trading across accounts, or are you saying like copying another trader's like signals or something? Oh yeah, signals. I mean, if it's I don't know, crypto is already kind of like scammy as far as like some of the people that have kind of leveraged it. So I would say like crypto signals. Um, it just depends on the person. Like I rather, if I was like in a position to where I wanted to buy or pay for signals, it would definitely have to be someone that's trading live or given some type of analysis pre-hand. You know what I mean? So then that way you're actually learning something from it. It's not like price gets to a random spot, you take an entry where they take an entry, which I mean some people that's all they have time to do, which is cool too. But you don't want to get yourself in a position to like you're to where you're not learning anything, and let's say that person just stops wanting to trade or whatever, and now you're just like back at square one. So yeah, I would say it's definitely got to be somebody with that's been doing it for a while. I would say if they don't trade live or give analysis prior to X, Y, and Z happening, consistently, then it's probably like a scam. You want to definitely see, some type of track record, all those things. Yeah. So I would say someone that you can go back and watch like live calls or live recordings on analysis, go back and see how it played out and stuff like that. But yeah, I would be careful on crypto signals. Yeah, for sure. But I know it's got to be a few that does okay, but you want to be careful with that type of stuff. William Black says, Jordan, quick psychology question for you. How do you keep discipline of not letting your bias get in the way of how many trade attempts you take? Um, that's a good question. For me, so I really don't like to. I don't. You'll notice me say like on my live streams that I don't go too hard on my bias, or I'm not too locked into it to where like I'm gonna overtrade it. So I already know that I'm only giving myself two shots per session, to take a trade if I really believe in that direction or that bias. For it to tell me that it's not working is usually like four shots. So let's just say like I'm bullish this whole week or whatever, and I literally take buys, four buy positions. Usually that won't be to that same, let's say, two Asia session to New York. But even if it is, if I'm just constantly being stopped out and the market is still not even going back to the buy side, like let's say I'm just getting in my positions early, that's where I'll take a breather or take a breath and say I probably won't trade. Even if I like mark up a trade, I probably won't trade that next day, or I'll probably go demo, or I might just go like one contract or something just to see, because when I start getting to that point where I'm going into like 4 to 5 losses in a row, then I know, okay, like it's not really just my bias, is more so like my edge is not playing out at this time, or I'm probably entering in consolidation, or it's a back and forth market. So I try to find those things early. But yeah, you gotta be able to give yourself some tries too, especially if you're trading on the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute entries and stuff like that. You can't expect just every single shot to just, go off the glass and straight into the hoop. You know what I mean? So you for me not to get my daily bias confused with how many shots I'm taking, I'll take the two for my session. But when I take four and it continues to lose, then it's like, okay, I need to take a breather to see where my bias is, or if is my bias actually correct, or what type of market I'm in. And then I also use that in reverse too. So, like, let's say I'm in a catch a really good trade, but we've already hit the draw on liquidity for the week. If I'm looking at an area, like let's say right now, if we're bullish, right, and I'm looking at this from a higher time frame, and I'm saying, okay, well, we already filled in this imbalance here. So next level would be starting to look at these highs above 3,366, 67 area. So if I say I want to start looking at that area, or even better, I see this volume gap over here as a good area to trade into this week. Let's say we catch a nice buy move tomorrow or whatever, and we get into this point. I'm also going to say too, my bias was liquidity wise for price to get here. Maybe I should sit on my hands for the next session to see how do we react from here. That saved me from, when we seen this impulse coming down last week, I avoided trying to take buys all within this, because I knew a stronger take profit event was going to end up coming. So we end up getting a sell off here on Wednesday. So I mean, just doing little things like that can help you to where you don't get so locked into your bias. Um, but it's really just all about planning and then writing it down to, like, if I take X amount of losses, I need to stay out the market. Yep, no problem. So, but it does suck, like when it's back to back, especially on your A+ setups. When you keep taking L's on the A+ setups, that's when it's like, is what I'm doing actually working? And then something I'll do too is just go to FX replay and go back and try to do that same time period I'm looking at. Like, let's say it's July and August. I'll go look at, 2024, 2023, 2022. Was it kind of the same, or is it something that I'm missing? Because you may, of course, over time you may be missing things and stuff like that. So you can monitor yourself to see, okay, is this something I'm not doing? Am I getting overconfident, or is this market just garbage? Right now the market is just garbage. So if you're talking about specifically right now, don't be hard on yourself. William said, I appreciate that. This is my biggest hurdle right now. Yeah, I've definitely been there, bro. And I mean, like I said, it's these summer months too. And I know a lot of you guys got accounts just newly set up for, this time period. And it just sucks because it's like this one price action sometimes can be so ugly. But this is the time to really push through. So Jack said, hey, bro, question: what requirements do you need to start a funded account? So are you saying to fund your own account, or to start like a funding challenge, or something like that? Appreciate the follow, Jonathan. What's up, Dane? Yeah, guys. So even here on this 1 minute, we can see we definitely started to see a quick impulse after we came back to that RTI point, formed a buy side imbalance, inverted sell side. We just retested, seen a decline here. So, like I said, we may see a little bit more on the short side for a minute, especially seeing how we just kind of open up the market here. So, we may not see those buyers return just yet, but I'm sure we'll see some. Well, we'll see, but I'm sure we'll see some buyers come back in here on gold. Now, if we start to break down as far as on the 1 hour, create sell side imbalance, start invert, then I would definitely think we may see price action want to come back at least to retest or rebalance back around 3,315 area, back into this imbalance range, and then we'll see again will price want to come up or what. But yeah, it's a lot of back and forth right now. We're seeing nice movement, just not continuation. So yeah, we got 15-minute close in about 6 minutes. Got a bearish continuation order block right here. Non-saucy said the 12-hour was the picture perfect note for me. Look at it on a window chart. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on a window still. Let's see, 12-hour. Uh, 12-hour. Yeah, we got a nice bearish bullish rejection here. Nice buy side imbalance. Yeah, I mean, even this quasi looks pretty good too, just like that daily. Yeah, we definitely want to see this bullish order block be maintained, kind of testing to this base here. We'll see price maintain within it. Boom, get a nice trade right back up. Yo, what's up, Lex? Appreciate you tapping in. Not too much going on with gold right now. Just kind of seeing sell side continue through that new day opening gap. Non-saucy said we swept a massive low, but didn't fill the gap beneath once we swept. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for the most part, guys, we can see some order consumption coming in on that M15, but we may still be forming a bearish continuation order block. No, so as he said, 3245, the double bottom. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I think we definitely should see price move higher. Just the fact that we ran out this previous day's high, we just may be getting a take profit event right now. User, what's going on, guys? Alexa, yeah, I'm too eager to trade. No, I feel that too. I mean, last week wasn't really no setup, so definitely feeling that. I just want these July and August just to hurry its way up. But of course, hopefully we catch something nice within these couple months, like a nice runner, but at least a few couple runners. But we'll see, man. I'll just be ready to get these summer months over with. Wish we could just erase them. That's why I said earlier in the session, this time next year, man, we got to be on vacation. Like This should just be pure vacation time, barely looking at the markets, maybe taking some swing trades or something. But I don't even want to look at this market in the summer. Joe Mauser, thanks for joining. Yep. Thanks for joining, Gabrielle or Gabriel. Yeah, guys. So about a minute left. Bears continuation closure right now. Looking like one. We're starting to see some order consumption, but we literally just see more of a decline. Took back that swing low from that first initial kind of transition. We call this one. I mean, it was just moving sideways. We dipped lower. Ooh. But definitely, as we get this 1 hour closure here, we should start seeing some movement heading until 9 o'clock. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for joining. Julio said, I see Euro USD is going down right now. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, let's check out Euro. All right. Okay. Euro USD. Let's start on the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame here on Euro, we already have taken out a short-term low. We haven't formed a sell side imbalance just yet because we don't have this candle closing, but we did invert this imbalance to the left, which I do like. So nice bearish continuation order block, H8 time frame. We can see that bearish quasi, the left head right shoulder. Sell side imbalance here also runs at multiple lows. So definitely looking bearish. We are starting to recover though a little bit. 3 hour. Haven't taken out a short-term high just yet here, or formed a buy-side imbalance, but we definitely are seeing a drawback. We got this order pull here based off this bullish bearish rejection that price is testing into now. So definitely, looking good as far as supply right here. And then just above it, we got that sell side imbalance and then that buy side daily imbalance inversion. So a lot of confluences just within this current area, the price that we're kind of testing into now. So I would just watch this here. Start to see how Euro interacts at this bearish order block. 1 hour, we already ran out the high of the open, which was here, coming back into this order block area on the 1 hour. So yeah, I mean, start watching this area, seeing if EU will start to transition. We also have, I don't know how clear you guys can see this here, but we got Asia's low sitting right above us here as well. Also correlated within this order pool, H3 imbalance, daily inversion level as well, just all kind of sitting above us. So if we get any run and reaction here back to the downside, you could definitely look to short, take it back down to the lows. But if we start maintaining above these points, like let's say we trade and close back above 1,176.39, up in that area, especially getting on like the H8 and H3 time frame, we start getting those closures, I would kind of sit on my hands and wait either for sellers to come in and I get it on a continuation, or wait for confirmation buy side and flow back with that. What's up, Zoli? So yeah, that's what I would have for EU. Start waiting for that transition here. Kind of moving sideways at the moment, showing buying pressure. Let's check out gold. So gold still just kind of moving sideways right now, down here at these lows. Yeah, no problem. All right, seeing more sellers here, guys. We just ran under that low that started that transition, but we did not open and close underneath that low yet. So I'm interested to see if this next candle just pops up, start seeing more buy side, or if we just maintain and see more sellers here. See Kabi, what's going on? Appreciate everybody that share the lives, tuning in every week. Excited to see how we end up growing this. All right, seeing some buyers. Interesting. Zoe said, I bought my first 100K Top Step future account yesterday. I'm stepping into the future side after 3 years. Let's see. Hey, congrats on just stepping out there. I hope it definitely goes good for you. I mean, definitely continue hopping on these lives, though. I think it'd help you just to get clarification on some of the things that we look for that you can implement as well. But yeah, I mean, I would say futures has been good to me, but I still, of course, trade forex as well. But yeah, I think. But now with I don't know if you've been in the Discord, but Ray already created that Traders Impulse platform. So now I'm thinking about actually taking another challenge to use for that as well. So on the FX side, any account that you have with Trade Locker, you can actually link to our platform Traders Impulse. So you can it has daily loss limit. Each risk limit, as far as like daily profit targets, weekly profit targets, trading window, max number of trades. So all that stuff that's going to help you not get to a point where you're over leveraging or over trading. Basically, control your impulses for the trades that you have been taking. So I'm definitely about to check that out and probably add it to another account. But I know I got to get a trade locker account on the FX side for that. So it's like you got your give and takes, but with like Top Step, you can still lock out and set like a daily profit limit and stuff. But with the forex firms or accounts, you can't do that. So it's like this is its own separate thing, and it's pretty cool that Ray created it. So I'm like, let me go ahead and try it out myself. More reason, try out Trade Locker. And I just like the rules on the FX firms. They're cheaper for the amount of drawdown that you're paying for. So you get more drawdown for less money, and you don't have to. You can still hold most of them during the weekend, and I don't have to get out of my trade at the end of New York session. So it's definitely some gives and takes. Lex said. Sully said, "Thanks, man. I already love the zero spread. I'll check it out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely check it out. I think you'll like Top Step though. The zero spread, I think that definitely helps, especially you're trading, intraday scalp targets. One thing I've been looking at, you guys can see on the right side of my screen, is this book map. So, of course, with futures, now I can still use the same data for a trade that I take on gold here, but what it does is basically telling me like the orders in the market or where price may be potentially heading as far as liquidity. So I can see like from a higher time frame perspective that we got a lot of orders built up that's been sitting here at like 3,200, right? So on the futures chart, if price action, let's say, was to start the hunt to the downside, and not giving you guys a tutorial on on bookmap or anything, because I'm very new to using it, not using it strategy wise at all. But if we measure from where we're currently at, let's say if we do get a stronger take profit event, what I mean, we know that we got liquidity resting back at 3,200. We look at the higher time frame, we know this is basically sitting underneath this wick around 3,250 being like a psychological level. We got order block area. So this was kind of like the start of that impulse that took us up here in May. You know what I mean? So it just makes sense. You can align it with the price action that you're seeing. And then you can just see in real time, like the orders that's coming in on this heat map and the CVD data. How's the volume? Is it high? Is it low? Right now, I think when we started the session, it was like minus 600. Now it's at like minus 40. So it's starting to go back up, what I mean, as we start to see price action shift here. So definitely some perks to being on that future side too, of like different tools you can use, and you can look at the depth of market that you can't use on the forex side too. So it's got its give and takes, but I would say I really do miss just being able to hold trades over the weekend. Like that's the main thing I miss from trading futures to forex. Holding trades over the weekend and like day to day from New York into Asia and so on. You YDT said, what website do you use? So I use TradingView, and I trade on Trade and I also trade with Plexi Trade on the forex side. But if you were talking about Traders Impulse for the traders controls, just go to tradersimpulse.com, or if you join the Discord, you'll see the link in the announcement chat as well. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We're kind of holding up here. We've seen price action come, bounce back, got some nice continuation. Inverted another imbalance here. So I'm not taking this here, but just letting you guys know this is starting to show potential transition for anybody that's looking to take gold here. Like I said, for me, I'm more so just sitting on my hands. I'm really waiting to see how tonight plays out. Do we start to form sell side imbalances, invert the buy side imbalances to the left, like we already see this new day opening gap, got closed right back through. So just a couple of the signs let me know, hey, I may need to just wait. I know I'm at a zone in the market on the H8 where I could go either way because I haven't got confirmation just yet. I know buyers stepped in here, but I haven't got a run up a high yet. So for me, that's like a wait, sit on your hands type of scenario. Wait until the next session, and then if I get confirmation of buyers tonight, we go buys tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. If we get confirmation of sales, that's how we play it. Decaf said, Jay Will, my bro, sitting on my hands with you. Nothing to clean. Nothing too clean this session so far. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just sitting on my hands right here. Like I said, I like these buys kind of setting up now that we came, ran out that low from that transition, started to see this one here. But we'll see how price ends up treating this new day opening gap. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and Capri, what's up? Camilla, what's going on? TL, what's up? Yeah, well, guys, we still see gold struggling around at 3,337 level. Seeing some rejection here. Nothing crazy, though. Maybe we'll see price maintain. This next candle come in bullish here. Next couple candles will switch to the M5. M5 time frame. We can see a nice quasi left head, right shoulder. Yes, sir. All right, seeing more of a bearish reaction a little bit here. Yeah, appreciate y'all for joining in. Still be on another 45 minutes or so. Yeah, I don't know. We're looking pretty strong. Next couple minutes, we start to flip on this M5 here. Man, ideally, like especially when we form like a new day opening gap, it's not like we can't trade through it, but the way we just impulse past it pretty strong and started to really see like continuation, and we've been failing to really get back above it is another reason. So like right now, and it's something that you guys can implement too, for your trading that may help. Of course, you don't got to follow what I'm doing, but literally, if I'm finding multiple reasons why I don't like a trade or I don't like a setup or a confluence, I'm just not taking it. So when we consider our trades and really rate them for whether you want to do 10 stars or 5 stars or whatever, for me, like every time I have to notate something that I don't like about the trade, that's like 1 star to be taken. And I really want to stick to 4 to 5 stars. Like it's got to be perfect, especially trading in these summer months. So that may be something that helps you guys, just only trading A+ or 5 star setups and trying to figure out what is that. So like for me, one thing that already deducts, a point or a half point is the fact that we already ran out the previous day's high. So that's one, because my liquidity is usually targeting previous day's high, previous day's low. So that's already a scratch against us. Next scratch would be, the way we just traded through this new day opening gap. I want to see price drawn into it. We had liquidity sitting right in the middle of it, of open. I would have liked to see just that run transition, see price maintain it. We end up closing through it, forming a bearish continuation order block here. That's not to say we won't flip right back up, but now I'm like, okay, I got that against it. I got that against it. Do I really want to, take this? It may still trade and hold right back to the upside for the next impulse up, but is it my personal A+ setup? I would say no, not at this time. It's looking like we may want to see more of a decline right now. So that's just how I've been looking at it, guys. Just so I can take less trades and lose less money because I already know the July and August are typically break even or losing months for me. So I'm gonna stop the bleeding as much as possible, and being prepared for it helps more than anything. All right, sell side. So basically last minute of that candle ended up closing bearish continuation order block here. Like I said, the 1 minute started to hold, started to get followed through too. We end up inverting, but looks like sellers are just in play right now. So Lex said, what does the book map look like at these levels? Same. Yeah, so that's what I've been kind of monitoring. So, like, what I would initially, like I said, caught my attention was reading the tape, but I seen Austin Silver use this a lot for confluences. Um, and like I said, I'm not going to break it down. We could definitely, hop on a call or something, Lex. But when you look at like NQ or ES when they're trading and using Bookmap, their their heat map looks a lot different opposed to like the levels and things are added. Like you can see how gold using Comex, it basically looks symmetrical. Like the levels up is levels up top. This is price right here in the middle. Move it. There's levels literally like on equal sides of price. So Right now, where we're currently at, we can see the CVD is starting to rise. So it's minus 120 something right now. And then, when you go in and look at it like closely, you can see, we got orders on the book down below us at 3,342. We got our orders right above at 3,000, 346. But if you look at like most recent, I would say, um, see, I mean, they're pretty much the same, but we got levels at 3,336. We got 300 levels up top, and then at 3,352 or 3,003 3,352, we got 300 orders up there. So that's why I said, like, I literally just been watching it. How they use it looks a lot different because it doesn't look as even. You know what I mean? It's like you can clearly see orders above price, and then you'll start to see orders below disappear. Like it won't be these dark red lines or orange lines. It'll be basically like what you'll see here in blue. So these are like less orders. So the thicker the line, of course, the more orders that it's at. You can actually see the number here on the side. And then, of course, these numbers can always be spoofed, but I'm literally just paying attention to it, seeing what we're looking like. But definitely for like scalpers and stuff like that, you can start to see orders. So it's like it's telling you where price action may go based off where it's currently at, whether it's to the upside or downside. But main thing I've been paying attention to is the CVD data. And then, for my bias, why I may want to go higher. Like I can see up here. Let me view in so you guys can see it. Sorry, my dog is acting up today. But if we start to travel up here, we get around at 3380. We got 147 orders there. 3388, 51, 55. So anything I notice under over 100 is usually like a magnet. 96, 3400. So we got places that we can see as far as liquidity, and then we can just match it up with what we already know with the technicals. But like short term wise, I still haven't caught on to that because it literally just looks the same to me. You know what I mean? But I definitely love more of you guys to put your eyes on it just to see if you see something I don't, especially for gold. But yeah, I still think it's a decent subscription just to check out though. So let me see. Decaf said watching NKD sales you like. I'll check it out just a second. William Black said any videos you recommend for Bookmap. Yeah, so I would tap in over here. Let's see. So yeah, I would check out Austin. He's got a playlist for Bookmap. Bookmap tutorials and interviews here. So I will watch all these tutorials for setting it up, how he uses it. Like I said, it'll be a little bit different, but I know you guys do trade in QNES, and that's what he uses his analysis on, and he goes into why he took the trade and what Bookmap was looking at the time. So it's definitely interesting, though. I would definitely say it's worth the watch, but I would say formulating from what I'm seeing him do on gold is a little bit different. And I mean, he's like a more of a scalper too, so he's really looking at very very close to price. You know what I mean? So he's looking at levels, building on the book like within the past 30 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. Like if orders start popping on the book at what's the name, or it's been holding steady at 3340, let's say right now, and he was looking for shorts. This would be like influence for him because we got 100 orders down at 3340 holding. So he'll take a scalp down or whatever 3340. Or if we look down lower, of course we got like, let's see, 3340 is our big one until we get down to like 3335. So it can give you levels. It could definitely give you levels, but for me it has no confluence of that gold or whatever you're trading absolutely has to go to that one. But I see him, as far as confluences go, you will definitely see where he says like, there was literally no orders on the map above price, but there were some, they were building some below. And if I'm looking at and using that same concept, it looked exactly the same for me, bottom and below. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at most recent right now, and they're literally like aggregating around, orders are aggregating around current price. Only thing that's really telling me shorts is the fact that we had, and this is just something I already notated, but we've been had 3,300 on the books for like 3 weeks now. So that's something interesting that I wouldn't have known without seeing Bookmap. So if we look down here real quick, just to show y'all, 3,300, we got 108 orders. You know what I mean? So anything over 100, and I think it's like contracts. So 108 is like, I think like 1,080 contracts at that level. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm just learning it. Just putting it on my chart, seeing what I see. But right now, like I said, I can't really use it for Confluence. I'm just taking notes, seeing if I can use it to, increase my edge at some point. But definitely something we can just notate just off of hand from where we're at now is seeing that we had a negative CVD on the chart, and we wasn't really getting back positive. So, that could have been a reason why we seen price action run lower. But again, all these numbers can still be spoofed, guys. So I don't want anyone falling into the trap of thinking Bookmap is the holy grail either, because I already knew once I subscribed to it, like I don't want to treat it like that, because I can easily get tore up. Yeah, no problem, William. Yeah, check it out, man. I think you'll like it, especially because I think you trade in Q and I think ES too. So I think you'll like it. I'm not sponsored by Bookmap. I mean, if they see this video, you guys want to sponsor us, cool. But yeah, so just put y'all on something I've been checking out. Beforehand, I used to just watch the Dom, but I couldn't really get any correlation out of that just yet. But I think there may be ways to increase edge. I think based off of using level 2 data. And I just like Bookmap because you can like visually see it instead of like on the depth of market. You literally just look at a bunch of orders. So Mystical Orb Trader said, I recommend using Quantar with depth of market surface heat map. Okay. Yeah, I'll check them out too. I heard somebody else say that, I think on the last live about Quantar. Yeah, William said I trade mostly indices, yep, and commodities. Yeah, I think I remember from when we talked, bro. What's up, Grace? So we did end up breaking lower here. And I can leave that on my chart too if you guys just want to have it up to look at it. And then, I mean, some guys use these volume balls too. But to me, I mean, they didn't really tell me too much. Do you notice we got solid orders building at 33.40? We had 33.44 that got took off the market. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool too because you can back test with it. I don't know if you can with Quantar or not, but using that to kind of see like where you're at. But I also seen too like where you have a heavy amount of orders and prices trading away from it. So like I said, I think it's difficult to really build a strategy off of until you really get a good understanding of how the market interacts with it. So really like the first, really just this summer, I'm just gonna keep it on my chart and see if I see anything, or keep it on my laptop, see if I can use it for anything. But I'm just studying it. IX, I appreciate the follow. All right, guys. So we just hit 8:30, 30-minute time frame here. We have nice bearish engulfing. Well, not really an engulfing, but nice bearish candle that close here, back underneath that low. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I just noticed just back testing Asia when we have that new day opening gap, whether it's above or below price. You really want to see price action maintain it, even if it comes to retest it. If it starts just trading directly through it, sometimes you see more of a continuation. So we may see continuation. 15-minute, we literally close bearish continuation back to back here. But we could also see something, over the next hour or so where we see that quasi form. So we'll get like a left, head, right shoulder. So something like that here, like bearish bullish rejection, come back, bearish bullish rejection, and then we form this, they end up trading higher here. No, Jen, what's going on? What's up, Tommy? FTLJ Money, what's up? All right, guys. So as we can see, just more sell side continuation here. What's going on, Scotty? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Another slow night tonight. We didn't catch nothing just yet. Yeah, appreciate you liking the live, bro. Yeah, guys. So right now, I'm still seeing that sell side bearish continuation. Let's check out the 1 hour. 1 hour closing here in about 21 minutes. It'd be nice if we had like a buy side imbalance here, but I mean, next place price action maybe one to trade into. Be back within this range here. Let's see, 15 minute. Oh, we got a nice 15 minute buy side imbalance right here, though. So we can still see that turn around. Let's see how the next 5 minutes close. See if we end up closing like a bearish bullish rejection or if we close with a bearish rejection here. But we could still see that next candle come in, being nice and golfing. So we shall see. Scotty says, so you haven't entered yet? Nope. Nope, no trades yet. Nope, no trades yet. Just looking for buys potentially, but I'm also still not convinced the sell side is over yet. So we're at a spot in the market right now based off that H8 time frame where I just call it like inflection zone. So I haven't got my confirmation to go bullish yet, but I haven't got a reaction to show me that sellers are back in either. So once we initially got that transition, took us back down, bearish, ran low, sell side imbalance, inverted, buy side. We came back, retested here, seen another sell side imbalance print here on Sunday. So we had this big sell side imbalance. Now during New York, we had a pretty strong retracement back into this order block. We ended up inverting that sell side imbalance, and we also potentially going to close a buy side imbalance. So that's why I'm really skeptical in this area and to see if we get a closure back above that previous day's high around 3,342 flat or 43, we can call it. So either we get that closure above there or we end up forming like this sell side imbalance here, which we may see in the next 18 minutes and maintain it. And then I may be leaning more towards that sell side. So yeah, it's just depending on what gold does here, really determine it to see if it's a stronger take profit event or more of the opposite, more buyers starting to come back here. Yeah, typically like I either get trades around like from like 7:45 to 8:45, like kind of within that range, heading into like 8:50, or it's like after 9 to like 9:10, 9:15, 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock. Latest has been like just before 10:30. Yeah, no problem, Scotty. What's up, Joseph? Scotty said I'm real slow learning everything. Yeah, no, take your time, man. Don't rush it, because like I said, this is trading. You're gonna lose money. You know what I mean? So to be in a rush to lose money, I would never suggest. So the slower that you go, to start out just to learn, the less money that you're gonna be throwing away. You know what I mean? So I was don't be worried about taking your time. Continue to take your time. I would say continue to take your time. It's not going nowhere. But of course, you don't want to just be stagnant on your goals. But if you're serious about trading, just take your time to learn it, and then let it come together before you really start trying to put your money into it. DJ Roscoe said, "Do you use limit orders?" Yeah, I'll use a limit order. But that's only kind of when the market is traded away from me. If I took a position, so like let's say, for an example here, let's say I was in this trade, or I was in a trade, or looking for a trade up here or something like that. So I was looking for this already when we started transitioning, running lows, and then we just got straight continuation. I would, in this case, I would set like a limit order. So, back within my range around that first initial imbalance creation or something like that. So, set some type of short up or limit order here, stops above the high, and if price comes back there, take the trade. But of course, now we got that previous day's high here. We already traded away from this for quite some time. So, like in this case, it's already been 100 pip move, um, and it was like what, over 2 hours. You know what I mean? So this would be like invalidated as far as my limit order. I really will want to see that return back within that same hour. FX Golfer, what's up? So Joseph said waiting for a goal entry on gold, trying to at least make 200 to pass my funded. Should I take a gold trade or for TM? Wait for TM. I would. What's your bias right now on gold? That's the first question. Are you looking for buys or sales? Because we've been starting to see a little bit of a sell off right here, but we can start to see order consumption. We start to see some buyers step in. M15, we got a buy side imbalance here. We end up getting that bearish bullish rejection. So I can see us potentially forming a bullish quasi coming back up, but I can also see us retesting this bearish order block and crashing again. So that's a good question. If you're bullish, I would say, mm, taking it right now. I will wait. I will wait on buy side, honestly, for a minute. You might be better off trying to look for a sell side continuation right now. It's kind of hard to say. I'm not taking anything right now, though, personally. I'm just trying to help you out. FX Golfer said nothing much, just gold in this range. Yeah, gold has been back and forth. Like I said earlier, we got that nice sell off to open the market. I thought for sure, okay, cool, we'll start to see more sell side. We just open right back up to the buy side. So if we don't see buyers maintain here, we'll definitely see potentially another sell off back into the lows at least. He said wait for a buy, but gold is bipolar, so it's hard to. Yeah, no, I definitely I like buys too. What I will wait for is look at that this M15 right here. Start to see if we actually form like a quasi. So something like how we formed up here. How we got the left head, right shoulder, bullish bearish rejection here, bullish bearish rejection here, nice one here. Got continuation. If we form that down here, where we already got bearish bullish rejection here, we got the one here. So if we form something like this on the M15, let's say we maintain that order block, come up, retest, maintain, then buy side. At least back into that new day opening gap. That should be enough to make your 200 to pass the challenge. You know what I mean? If we don't get that, other scenario would be this. We tap back into this bearish order block base or even back into this imbalance sitting above it, and then we just see more decline too. So, but based on, if I had to bet on gold, I would always say, you know, you got a higher chance anytime you take a buy in this type of market right now. But buy side imbalance here on the daily, respected, nice order consumption wick. It's just, does gold want to use this as liquidity, or is this, you know, a rejection wick to send us higher? So if that M15 switches, you can definitely, you know, scalp you a quick buy up. In one time frame right now, we had a volume imbalance here. Price traded through that, ran a high. Sell sign imbalance here. Price maintained above it. Yeah, it's tricky, but it looks like buyers are trying to step back in a little bit. Yeah, appreciate y'all liking the live. Appreciate you, Joseph. See how the next 10 minutes go here. It's looking pretty strong though for now. Appreciate those likes, Scotty. Florida Marlin, what's up? Ooh. Joseph said trading all about patience. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate the roses. Good looking, guys. Yeah, it's definitely about patience, though, man. That's the hardest part, because honestly, you could take a setup at any time, at any point of day, but it's really about, you know, are you gonna have the patience to stop yourself from taking them trades that's going to start to crease your P&L. So it's like you could take that one trade, get paid, walk away, or do you stay at the market and try to hold that trade, or do you get into another setup? And the market is too infinite, so that's why we have to be structured around it and incorporate patience. Because even me, like, I see setups that I could literally take at any point, but is it gonna make sense for me to use my mental capital on this setup and then, excuse me, looking for another one and then looking for another one and so forth and so on? So you got to add that structure to it to understand, okay, this is what I'm looking for. I'll give myself, you know, if then statement. So if the market does this, I'm looking to take this. If the market does that, looking to do that. If neither of those things happen, then I don't have a trade. And that's it. When you look at it like that, it's going to be so much easier. So much easier, guys. Yeah, it looks like buyers holding up right now. I mean, we're really right back at that same low of the open here. Oh, which was here. I don't know why I got moved. But let me see. No, the low. No, actually, the low was here. Yeah, from 6 to 7 p.m. This was just that low of that transition here. This was the high that we kind of been struggling at. So after we ran under those lows, we got another quasi formed on the M1. Bullish continuation here. Florida, man. So what strategy do you use? So I trade institutional concepts, so like order blocks, order pools, imbalances, liquidity, main kind of focuses. I trade with order flow. Yep. Yeah, for sure, guys. So maybe forming like a bullish continuation here on the M1. That M15 looking good. M5 bullish engulfing here. Zoli said, I would love to see a break above 33.47 to go long. 33.47. Okay, so yeah, back above basically a high of Asia. Yeah, that would be nice too. That'd be a nice continuation. Yeah, that's basically like the same area that I'm looking at. So above, well, really for me, like 3,342. If we can get an H8 closure above that, then I'll definitely be looking for buy continuation here. And then if we look to the left on that H8 time frame, we're still basically in this imbalance. Like we close, but we're still maintaining it here. What am I doing? What am I trying to do? Oh, I was about to say I lost my shapes. Okay, so right here, we can see basically none of these H8 candles still haven't really faded this imbalance just yet. We closed in it through it, but we still haven't really managed to close through it. So that initial impulse we got last week that took out these lows here, we can see price action just test, respect, test, respect. So that's why I'm still like, this area. I would love buys anytime on gold because that's what gold has been doing, seeing the most success with just from a higher time frame perspective. But I'm not convinced right now. Yeah, we'll see how these last 5 minutes goes, guys. Close out the session. Like I said, I probably won't be trading tonight, but make sure you guys are in the Discord. It's free. If I do call anything, I'll post it in there for you guys. Join all the other traders in there taking shots. We got our trade competition going on still, guys, for 5K this month. So at the end of July, we'll be picking one 5K or one winner that's going to get 5K. And it's going to be all based off of who has the most percentage gain on their account. So definitely tap into that. All that information is in our Discord too. So Justin said, PA looking ugly on UJ right now. One big in one candle. After I said that, Marcus listening to me. Yeah, let's look at UJ real quick. Oh shoot! Wow, yeah, UJ just tested right back. Okay, yeah, because I think yep, UJ was right in this buy side imbalance. We did close through it though, and rejected from it. We got a bearish order block. This wouldn't have been decent for a sell, but we are still bullish overall, so we haven't technically got that switch yet. But it was looking like we were starting to get a switch here. But we basically came right back within that range. Now it's starting to see that flip right back up here. Okay, so started that transition around 8. Yeah, I mean it's looking pretty good now. Coming back above that previous day's high. Gotta watch it there though. Finally starting to move a little bit. Yeah, guys, those look to be in control right now. CM5. I mean, we still got a decent shift up though. Whew. Damn, what's going on? But yeah, guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been hopping on, man, supporting, liking the live, sharing the live, hopping on with me. Definitely looking forward to a great year with you guys, just building out this community and just continue to catch good trades and us all growing together as traders. Whether we're utilizing these different platforms, trading on our own personal, just tapping in, growing, learning from one another. So I appreciate everyone tapping in, commenting, putting your input, checking out charts together too. So make sure whenever you are on, if you got questions, if you got stuff you just want me to review, you got trades that you want me to look at that you took, whatever the case may be, just tap in. I'm sitting on here anyway, guys, so I definitely would love to just interact with everybody on here. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Like I said, if I see anything, I'll post it in the Discord, but I'm gonna stay out probably tonight, let the market set up, and then see if we see buyers hold up tomorrow, or we actually get like a decline tonight, and I may flip back and see how sellers hold up during New York tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next session. See you tomorrow night.